Creativity is a phenomenon that exists in several dimensions. We could talk about creativity in an individual level that works together with thought processes, how we make decisions, how we search and storage information, how we create links between definitions, and we could also talk about creativity on a wider scale that exists between people, between groups. The processes there are more complicated, and some philosophers would definitely have some interesting thoughts about what is creativity. I would say that, in short, creativity consistently exists within a person, and it is a person's ability to create something new. After that, you have to look at the specific contexts, specific situations.
Kādi ir šķēršļi radošuma attīstībai mūsu sabiedrībā, mūsu skolās?
What are the obstacles of creativity in our schools and societies? How can we solve that? First of all, creativity is developed by understanding what is happening. The basis for creativity is knowledge and being able to use it. In the context of a school or an organization, it is knowledge about your own goals, knowledge about your resources, and knowledge about where we are heading and how we are going to achieve it. In order to achieve these goals, we need creativity, and in order for us to achieve them creatively, we need diversity and different opinions, which is a huge challenge in today's schools and societies. We also need the ability to accept innovations, change along with new trends. We don't have to always change our fundamental values, but we should adjust our plan of action every moment. Otherwise, it will gather dust and planning will become a curse word, while actually it is a tool with which we can achieve a lot, and creativity walks hand in hand with it. If a person wants to create a new school that supports creativity in children, I think primarily you have to create a term and an organization that also works creatively. That is determined, creative, constantly work on new innovations, follow trends, and can also critically look at what these new trends can offer to the school and what should be brought to life. In practical sense, creativity is very connected with ability to think critically. In order to get from creativity to innovation, we have to understand and find out which creative thought can become a solution or something practically valuable, and how we can do it and bring it to life. For a school's leader to lead these processes and to introduce them in school is a very big challenge. How a family can promote creativity? The parents have to do it themselves. They have to believe it in order to create a space that welcomes creativity and innovation. Because by doing that, they also accept the creative kid. They look in themselves for answers, and they also accept the child's answers. We can also apply this model to school. It means that the adults that work there have to be creative. They will do it, and then the children will do the same. Kids don't learn from what we say. They don't learn from books. They repeat the things we do. They look at what thought patterns we use. when we say something, when we do something. They look at the patterns we use when we make decisions, both in family and school context. I know it might sound cool and weird. At the same time, how do we choose where will we go on a field trip? How do we notice that the kids are tired at the moment? Do they need an extra nudge? How do we make any decisions that affect the whole class as a team? It is a challenge. I think to create a school and find a group of people to think alike is good. And in reality, it is often really good. But to make a team of people who think alike is brilliant. But sometimes it is not enough with just knowledge and the right ingredients. This team also needs a leader, the carrier of an idea, who inspires people around him to carry this idea further and bring it to life. And there are not a lot of people who can do that. The question that is important and has also happened in our organization, how to motivate the people that are unmotivated, and how to help people who have been motivated before to stay motivated. From personal experience, I will dare to say that I think it is more worth motivating people who are already motivated. Because if we walk down this path, that we are not enforcing anything on anyone, and we supposedly want to avoid this in schools, then why would I walk up to someone who does not want to do something and tell him he has to want it? It would mean I am still enforcing this only in a different environment. What I mean, if we want to make a person want something, there are many other ways to achieve that. For example, do it yourself, attract people who do it too, and then do it together so inspiringly that people around you become interested in what you are doing. It works. There are techniques how to make it work. I went to school for 12 years. I have learned many different things, mythologies, languages, the whole lot. And it becomes a routine. I go to school because I had to go to school. It was my duty. I did it because mom wanted me to. And often, the older I got, I would have discussions with my classmates regarding why do we even need this? I won't even use this in real life. For example, I have vivid memories of my housekeeping classes. We were being taught how to knit, and I said that I buy my sweaters. I don't need to knit them. It is silly, old-fashioned, and so on. This is what happens when someone forces you to do something that is supposedly good for you, but I don't really understand why I need it. And the result is that I graduated school. I have certificates for subjects I have supposedly learned, but what I'm actually using and what I can remember from all this is a completely different story. But think about it. How would have my motivation changed and my achievements in school changed if I would have understood that I need it? Maybe because I just like to knit. Maybe they explain that I'm working with my motor skills that will later help me in the math classes. Maybe I need math because, and there comes coaching and goals. Maybe I need math because I want to be a doctor or a vet. Or maybe I need fourth grade language class and grammar principles because I'm slowly beginning to realize I want to be a lawyer.
Tas nozīmē,
It means that by helping a person find a goal at a young age, or at least some kind of a vision, many resources we have access to suddenly gain meaning. We are not going to school in order to get a diploma and to use it later. I think that we have to, I don't know if I want to say change our perception, but we have to look at a school as a chest full of resources and knowledge. We will be given these things because we trust these people. Of course, I don't know everything that I will need and that I could use later on, or the things I'm interested in, but what can I do? My responsibility is what I can take from all this. This view is more focused on myself and developing my personality and creativity to help me live a more effective life. This is my responsibility, what I can take from this instead of what you can teach me. This is the basis for everything. No one can teach me anything if I choose to ignore it. This makes some teachers think and some teachers start to panic, get angry and burn out. This is an inner choice and we have to grow to reach it. You don't have to go look for another job whenever it is hard. I think that maybe in a situation where a teacher feels tired, when he is too worn out to try to find a solution on his own, he has to find where to find this strength. And to think about what he can do different. Because the world is full of methods at the moment. Basically, every mind has their own method. Maybe if several methods don't work, then you could contemplate changing your profession. But you shouldn't make radical decisions every time you are tired. Because we realize that sometimes the reasons are not the inexistence of a new method or a bad leader. The teacher simply ran out of something within themselves that has to be filled up again, and they have to solve it on their own. At the same time, to simply say, yes, it's your own problem, see the therapist, might be plainly rude and will offend instead of help. We have to come forward with support when the person is having a tough time. The obstacles of creativity is everything that makes a person nervous. I'm talking about bad stress instead of a positive excitement that helps us concentrate. When we have this bad kind of stress, we can't think, and it definitely does not create creativity. Decreasing this stress would be one of the fundamental tools that would help an organization to boost its creativity, because stress is one of the main things that stops it. Aggression from colleagues, aggression from the leader, aggression from anyone, anytime we want to offer something, when we come forward with a solution. If we experience denial or some harsh critique towards our idea, next time we might not come with an idea, or next time we might try to come forward with a supposedly right idea. And that affects creativity because that counts as a fake creative. If, for example, we are sitting at the table during a brainstorm session and everyone is offering ideas, but everyone is also scared inside of saying the wrong thing. This is a very common situation because, first of all, sometimes we torture ourselves with this idea of what is right and wrong. Not even sometimes, but almost all the time. And then also our colleagues impose their idea on right and wrong. And if the leader does it too, that definitely does not promote creativity. To watch and comment on something without judging is a big challenge. It is hard because people are used to communicate through his judgment. Good, I like it, it's okay. Those are opinions. Judgments. But if we try, we can communicate differently. For example, take this solution, idea or process and try to add some valuable information. For example, instead of saying, I like this, say, I feel good in the atmosphere you are creating in your class. We should try to express our opinion more based with facts instead of judgment.
Veidā, kas vairāk dod faktus, nevis vērtējumu, būtu
that would be very good.
Vērtīgi. Mēs visi esam radoši, katrs pa
we all are creative, each in their own way. We wouldn't last a day without creativity. We use creative processes in every decision we make, like divergent thinking and other things. At the same time, among people I have communicated with, there is a feeling that they find it hard to accept innovations and new things, unexpected things. Of course, each of us has to work individually with that, but at the same time, creative ideas often show up as something unexpected and something new.
Un kaut kas jauns.
If they don't find ears who listen, a fertile ground, or a colleague who supports you, even if they don't believe the idea from the start, they can still help you to grow it, to see what will grow of it. Then the idea will often get lost somewhere along the way. Won't promoting creativity also promote chaos in the class that is already hard to work with, and therefore increase the level of difficulty? No. Because just like freedom does not mean you can do whatever you like. Creativity is not chaos. Creativity is part of our thought process, part of how we make decisions, especially when learning economics and mathematics, where we have to use our creative, divergent thought process and our logical thinking. By developing children's inner motivation and helping them understand themselves, their goals and resources that they need in order to achieve these goals, they achieve inner clarity and therefore are more involved in the process. And that, in return, gives more time for a teacher to do their job instead of doing the kid's job. The thing is, most of us today, grown-ups, have grown up under a certain directive. That's how they grew up. That is their experience and their reality. Why would they suddenly need creativity? First of all, this creativity has always been there. Now it is changing. The political and economical situation is changing. Our social lives have changed drastically. Therefore, we need creativity in order to exist more successfully and to live a better life in today's circumstances. A person who thinks he is creative and logical will always make decisions based on his own criteria, facts, and the analysis of the situation.
Mācot dažādu veidu
By
domāšanas
teaching different
un
types of
apgūstot
thinking,
radošo
and by
domāšanu
learning
līdz
creative
kritiskai
thinking,
domāšanai
along
un
with
citiem
critical thinking and other ways of
domāšanas
thinking,
veidiem, mēs iedodam
we supply
bērniem
children
vairāk
with
rīkus,
more
ko viņi var
tools
pielietot
they can
savā
later
dzīvē,
use in their
neatkarīgi
life,
no tā, kāda
irrelative
būs
to the
ārā,
system that currently
sistēma,
exists, either
ekonomiskā,
economical,
politiskā,
political, or
jebkas.
any other way.
Attīstot viņu
By developing
domāšanu,
their
domāšanas
thinking
stratēģijas,
strategies,
viņi tā
later
paši
on,
atradīs
they
savus
will know
faktus
how
un
to
savu
find their own
informāciju.
facts and
Šobrīd
information.
informācija nav tas, kas
Right now, what we
nepieciešams
need
visvairāk.
the most is not
Tā kā
information. We need the
ir
ability to
nepieciešamība
understand which
mācēt,
info do we need,
saprast, kura informācija ir vajadzīga,
where
kur
to
viņu
find,
atrast,
and how to
un kā
know
noteikt,
if
vai
it is
tā informācija
reliable,
ir ticama un kādās
and in which
situācijās
situations
viņa
it is
ticama,
reliable, and what can
un
we
ko
do
mēs
with
ar to
it.
darīt. Kādēļ radošums ir
Why do we
vajadzīgs
need
Latvijai?
creativity in Latvia?
Jo radošums
Creativity
ir
is a very
tāds
modern
ļoti
word
moderns
that
vārds,
travels
kas ceļo cauri
through the
pasaulē,
world, and it
un
is used
dažādos
both
kontekstos
correctly
bieži
and
lietots gan
incorrectly,
vietā, gan
depending
nevietā.
on the context.
Izpratnes ir katram savas.
We each have our
atkarībā
own
no jomas
understanding
un
depending on
zināšanu līmeņa
our
un tā
field
tālāk.
and level of knowledge.
Ļoti vienkārši runājot no ekonomikas skatījuma,
If we look at this from an economical point of view,
Latvija,
what can Latvia bring to the global market?
ar ko Latvija var konkurēt globālajā tirgu? Vai tas
Is it a mass production product?
Masu ražošanas produkts? Vai Latvija var izkonkurēt,
Can we
kaut vai
potentially
potenciāli izkonkurēt
outcompete, for
Ķīnu
example, China in
masu
mass
ražošanas
production
produktus?
products? Of course,
Loģiska
we can't,
atbilde ir nē. Mēs
because
nevaram.
everything is different
Tādēļ,
here.
pirmkārt, mums ir
So,
viss ir savādāk.
what can we
Otrs
compete
tātad,
with in
ar
a
ko
global
tad mēs
market,
varam
European
konkurēt
market, Baltic
globālajā
market?
Tirgu, Eiropas tirgu, Baltijas tirgu.
That's new solution,
Ir jauni risinājumi.
innovations.
Tātad inovācijas. Inovācijas
Innovations in the
ir
path
ceļš, kā
we
mēs
can
varam
walk on to secure
Latvijai
Latvia's
sekmēt
long-term
labklājību
well-being.
ilgtermiņā. Un ar ko sākas inovācijas?
And what does innovation start with?
Sākas šobrīd
They start now
skolās,
in schools,
kur mēs šobrīd
where we are currently
audzējam
raising
mūsu
our future
nākamos
innovators,
inovatorus,
leaders, and professionals.
vadītājus un
I know it
profesionāļus.
sounds very
Un,
broad,
lai cik tas tā
but that's our
vispār
reality.
neskanētu, tā ir realitāte, kas šobrīd notiek. Tādēļ, cik mēs
How
viņiem
much can we
iemācīsim
teach
domāt
them to
radoši
think
un
creatively,
radīt
and come
jaunus
up with solutions,
risinājumus
to be tough
un
enough,
būt gan
to be brave
sirdstīgiem,
enough to bring these
uzņēmīgiem, šos
solutions to life?
risinājumus, tiešām realizēt?
That is a question
Tas
we
ir
must ask
jautājums
ourselves.
mums.